If you're over 60 and your knees hurt when you stand up, your hips ache when you walk, or your shoulders feel stiff when you reach for something, I need you to pay very close attention. Because what I'm about to tell you goes against everything you've probably been told about joint pain, and if you get this right, you can reverse years of damage and actually make your joints stronger, not weaker. Most people think joint pain is just part of getting older. Your doctor probably told you it's arthritis. Maybe they said you need to rest more, take it easy, avoid certain movements. Maybe they prescribed you pain medication or told you you'll eventually need surgery. And you believe them because they're the expert, right? But here's what they didn't tell you. Joint pain isn't caused by too much movement. It's caused by too little of the right kind of movement. Your joints are designed to move. When they don't move enough, or when they move incorrectly, that's when they break down. That's when you get pain, stiffness, and damage. Let me explain exactly what's happening inside your joints right now. Your joints don't have direct blood supply. They get nutrients from something called synovial fluid. This fluid is like oil in an engine. It lubricates your joints, feeds the cartilage, removes waste products, and keeps everything moving smoothly. But here's the critical part. This fluid only moves when your joint moves. When you don't move, the fluid becomes thick and stagnant. Your cartilage starts to starve. It breaks down. Your joints get stiff and painful. Think about it like a door hinge. If you never open a door, the hinge rusts and seizes up. But if you open and close that door regularly, it stays smooth and functional. Your joints work exactly the same way. Movement is the lubricant. Without it, you rust. Now, when you're over 60, your cartilage is already thinner than it was 20 years ago. You've lost some of that natural cushioning, so you need movement even more than younger people. But most people do the exact opposite. They feel pain, so they move less, they rest more, they baby their joints. And this makes everything worse. The less you move, the more stiff you get. The more stiff you get, the more it hurts to move. So you move even less. It's a death spiral that ends with you unable to do basic activities without severe pain. Here's what doctors are now recommending, based on the latest research. And this is going to surprise you. They're recommending resistance training. Not just walking, not just stretching, actual strength training with resistance, light weights, resistance bands, body weight exercises, things that make your muscles work hard. Now, before you say, I can't do that, my joints hurt too much, let me explain why this works. When you strengthen the muscles around a joint, those muscles take pressure off the joint itself. Your muscles become shock absorbers. They stabilize the joint. They control the movement. This reduces the grinding and friction that causes pain. Studies show that people with knee arthritis who do resistance training twice a week have 40 to 60% less pain after just 8 weeks. Their joints don't hurt less because the cartilage grew back. They hurt less because the muscles are doing the work the cartilage used to do. You're essentially building a protective cushion around your joints using muscle. And here's what really shocked the researchers. People who did resistance training actually had less joint damage on their X-rays years later compared to people who just rested and avoided movement. The movement didn't wear down their joints. It protected them. It kept them healthy. The people who rested and avoided movement had more damage, more deterioration, more pain. But here's the key. It has to be the right kind of movement. Random movement doesn't help. You need controlled progressive resistance training that targets the muscles around your problem joints. Let me give you the exact protocol that works. For knee pain, you need to strengthen your quadriceps and hamstrings. The best exercise is simple. Sit in a chair, straighten one leg out in front of you, hold it there for 5 seconds, lower it slowly. That's it. Do 10 repetitions on each leg, twice a day. This builds the muscles that support your knee without putting any stress on the knee joint itself. Once that becomes easy, add a resistance band around your ankle or wear ankle weights. Just 1 or 2 pounds is enough. You're not trying to become a bodybuilder, you're just giving your muscles enough resistance that they have to work and get stronger. For hip pain, you need to strengthen your glutes and hip stabilizers. The best exercise: stand next to a wall for balance, Lift one leg out to the side about 6 inches, hold for 3 seconds, lower slowly. Do 10 repetitions on each side, twice a day. Again, once this becomes easy, add a resistance band around your thighs. For shoulder pain, you need to strengthen your rotator cuff muscles. The safest exercise? Hold a light weight, maybe 2 to 5 pounds, or a can of soup if you don't have weights. Keep your elbow bent at 90 degrees against your side. Rotate your forearm out away from your body, then back in. Slow and controlled. 10 repetitions, twice a day. Here's what's going to happen when you start doing this. The first few days, you might feel more sore. This is not joint pain. This is muscle soreness from using muscles that have been weak for years. This is actually a good sign. It means your muscles are waking up and getting stronger. Push through this initial soreness. It goes away after a few days. By week 2, you'll notice movements that used to hurt don't hurt as much. Getting up from a chair becomes easier. Walking upstairs becomes less painful. Reaching overhead doesn't make you wince. By week 4, you'll have noticeably less pain throughout the day. You'll move more confidently. You'll do things you've been avoiding for months or years. By week 8 to 12, people will ask you what you're doing differently. You'll be moving like someone 10 years younger. You might even forget which knee was your bad knee because it doesn't hurt anymore. And the best part, you're not just masking pain with medication, you're actually fixing the underlying problem. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but my doctor said I have bone-on-bone arthritis. There's no cartilage left. How can exercise help that? Here's the truth. Even with severe arthritis, strengthening the surrounding muscles reduces pain by 50% or more in most people. You're not going to regrow cartilage, but you don't need to. Strong muscles compensate for missing cartilage. I've seen 75-year-olds with severe knee arthritis avoid surgery completely by strengthening their leg muscles. I've seen people who were told they needed hip replacements walk pain-free after 3 months of targeted strength training. I've seen frozen shoulders regain full range of motion. This isn't a miracle. This is basic biomechanics that most doctors don't take time to explain. Here's what you absolutely must avoid. High-impact activities like running or jumping, deep squatting with heavy weights, movements that cause sharp pain. You're not trying to prove anything. You're trying to build strength gradually and safely. Start with very light resistance or just body weight. Add resistance slowly over weeks and months. And here's the secret to making this work. Consistency beats intensity every single time. 2 minutes twice a day, every single day, is infinitely more powerful than a hard workout once a week. Your joints need daily stimulation, daily movement, daily strengthening. This becomes part of your routine like brushing your teeth. Set a reminder on your phone, morning and evening. When it goes off, do your exercises. In your living room. In your bedroom. No special equipment needed. No gym membership. Just you and maybe some light weights or resistance bands. 5 to 10 minutes total. That's all it takes. Here's what happens if you don't do this. Your joints will continue deteriorating. Your pain will get worse. Your mobility will decrease. Activities you can do now, you won't be able to do in a year. You'll become more dependent on others. You'll lose your independence. And eventually, you'll need surgery that could have been avoided. But if you start today, if you commit to strengthening the muscles around your painful joints twice a day for the next 8 weeks, you can reverse this trajectory. You can get stronger instead of weaker. You can have less pain instead of more. You can keep your independence and your quality of life. Stop accepting joint pain as inevitable. Stop thinking you're too old to get stronger. Stop waiting for a magic pill or a surgery to fix you. Your body has an incredible ability to adapt and strengthen, even at 60, 70, 80 years old. But you have to use it. You have to challenge it. You have to give it a reason to build muscle. Your joints are begging for this. They're begging for the support that strong muscles provide. They're begging for movement that brings in fresh synovial fluid and nutrients. Stop ignoring what your body needs. If this resonates with you, share it with someone whose joints are hurting. And leave a comment telling me which joint hurts most for you, and are you going to try this? I read every comment. I want to know what you're struggling with, and I want to hear how this changes your life. Your joints can feel better. Starting today, with just a few minutes of the right exercises, stop suffering, start strengthening.